And away we go. Clean start at the front for these guys around the first corner, okay. It is Newman and everybody else in order behind him at the moment. Goes through the drop-off. He's already gapped Orlowski behind him by the looks of it. You can see that gap has increased straight away. So Newman absolutely doesn't want to mess about at all in this one. He is going to walk it as far as he can go without making any mistakes. Try and make that gap as big as he can back to Orlowski. Give himself a bit of a cushion. If we drop back onto Orlowski and Kerrett behind him, that's the race we're going to be looking at to follow up with Newman as he goes up to the step-up. So Orlowski followed by Kerrup. Down into the drop-off they go. They seem to have closed that gap down to Newman just a little bit between them. Kerrup's not putting too much pressure on Orlowski at the moment, though he is sticking with him, making sure he maintains that gap. Now Orlowski seems to have put his foot down a little bit, has got a little bit more of a gap on Kerrup as they come into the final hairpin over the bridge onto the straight. Down they go. So it's Newman, Orlowski, Kerrup, Ongaro. Oh, then we have Van Helman's made a terrible mistake further back down the pack, but we're going to stick with the front three just to make sure that we know exactly what is going on here. So, joining the front three, Ongaro is hanging on to the back of Kerrup and Orlowski just to see if he can capitalise on any mistakes that those two make. Over the step over they go. 1, 2, 3 and 4 all the way through the doubles. No mistakes there. Everybody fairly evenly spaced at the moment. So these guys are going to be counting on Newman to make a mistake at this point. Seems to have walked away with it for the moment, but we know this is a 5-minute race. It's certainly not one in the first few laps. Newman coming over the bobbles pretty well. Gets that line lovely through the switchbacks. We're going to concentrate on second and third, though. That seems to be where the closest battle is for us at the moment. Over the doubles they go. Kerrup has a look to the outside. Can't make anything happen that time. Over the bridge. Down over the timing loop they go. Round the hairpin at the bottom of the first straight. Round the hairpin at the second. Single double. And see if he will make a move on the double single for the next time round if Kerrup's brave enough to do it. But into these, they switch back into the ripples. Nice line for Orlowski through there. You can see how throwing it wide loses you a lot of time. Kerrup was right up behind Orlowski for a minute, but just through that little bobble on the ripples, he's dropped way, way back now. Almost the length of the first straight between second and third. So we look at Newman just going up to the top of the step up. He's come round, dropped down, round the off-camber corner nicely. Flicks it back into the bobbles. Corner to corner. Not quite. Still puts his brakes on. Keeps all four wheels on the floor. Over the step over he goes. It's Orlowski and Newman way out in front at the moment. These two are going to be racing for the first of the wins. So hopefully no mistakes from either of them. We'd love to see a nice clean race all the way through. Single double. Orlowski really putting the pressure on to Newman now. He wants the first of these wins if he can steal it. It is S-Works from Schumacher at the moment. Looking like Orlowski is looking pretty racy out there right now. Certainly putting the pedal down. Newman wants to keep it safe, keep it on his wheels. He knows that catching him is one thing, getting past is a totally different story. Over the bridge they go, both down the main straight. About quarter of the straight between them at this point. Single double for both drivers. Up to the step up they go, both landing perfectly. Newman a little bit wide on that corner. Is Orlowski going to have a look at that the next lap round? Orlowski takes a really tight line, almost catches a cone of justice. He's right up on the bumper of Newman right now. He's going to be pushing over these doubles, trying to force a mistake from Newman. Knows how costly they are. But no, Newman is straight back on it. After a little bit of a slide going through the switchbacks, Newman's right back on the pace again, but Orlowski says, no, you will not be going anywhere. Oh, he looks up the inside. Did catch him a little bit, but fair driving from Michael. Stops and lets him back through. So Newman is still out the front. Orlowski knows that is a weak point for Newman. Now he's going to be looking at that spot next lap round for sure. Over the step off they go. Through the roller, through the doubles. Both doing it cleanly. Nice landing for Orlowski. Certainly didn't waste any time there, but Newman has got a wicked line coming out of the bridge onto the main straight. Orlowski's right there with him. Now this is where he looked last time. Is Newman going to kill? He's kept it pretty tight. Orlowski's still there with him. Round the off-camber corner they go. Flicks it back. Both of them through the bobbles. 3 and a 1. Orlowski can't go up the inside of him there. Newman is shutting the door as hard as he can when he comes through the bobbles. Both of them over the doubles. Orlowski has a bit of a funny landing. Gets himself out of shape a bit, but will make that time up with no problem at all. He is straight back on the bumper of Newman. We've got Davide Ongaro right behind them as well. So any mistake these guys make, Ongaro is going to capitalise on that, and he will take this one. But 8 seconds left on the clock. These guys are going to be racing to the line. It is Newman from Orlowski. Back to Ongaro, over the doubles, just these jumps and a couple of corners to go, and Newman will take the first 8. Orlowski's off. He's too far behind to make anything of it. Newman takes leg 1 of the A finals. Orlowski second, Ongaro third. Kerup, a little bit unfortunate there, drops himself back to 4th. We've got Barak Killick in 5th. Alexander Landon takes a lovely 6th spot. Clement Boda in the 7, Kobovic 8, Coelho 9, and Van Helmen pulls off after 5 laps to bring out the back of the pack. So there you go, first A final done and dusted. These guys coming off the rostrum now.
How was that?
It was good. I was building up a lead in the beginning, and then I drove too safe, I don't know, so let Michael come back to me. But yeah, I won. That is all what counts.
So how does that affect your strategy, or you don't want to give anything away just yet for the second race?
It will be the same. I just try to go as fast as I can and then to win.
And away we go. So Newman safely over the first set of jumps. Orlowski, Kerup, and of course Ongaro right behind him. Van Helmen just behind Ongaro there. You can just see him in the shot. But instantly you can see the pace that Jorn's got. He's opened up a gap on Orlowski already. All these guys over the bridge onto the main straight. I think everybody pretty much in order as it goes through. Everyone in grid order. All the way down to Coelho at the back. So Newman brings us round over the ripples for the second time, makes it through nicely. Orlowski has a nicer line through there for sure. Both sticking to the left-hand side of that jump. Every one of these drivers will be going over there to keep the cars flat. Orlowski catches a bit of a back end, so the wheel pops up. Loses a little bit of time there. Not letting Newman... Oh, Newman's had a nightmare! Catches the barrier, hits Orlowski. Dropped him back into 4th, so it is now Orlowski, Kerup, Ongaro, Newman. Newman did not want that to go. Tried to get back up the inside of Ongaro. Ongaro's all over the place trying to defend, but Orlowski's right at the front with Kerup. Now these two, they are going to want to put the pedal down because Ongaro's going to be defending from Newman. So that is going to let the gap open up to the 3 and the 4 car. We'll keep an eye on Orlowski and Kerup for the time being. Round they go, but with that, Newman is through into the 3. Kerup is going to be feeling the multi-European champion on the back of his neck. Breathing down his shirt. Oh, there goes Kerup's had to single it. Orlowski's got away. So we could be seeing this go to a 3-legger. But I'll tell you what, let's stick with second and third because Kerup is being hunted down by the massively talented Newman. Round the off-camber corner they go. Flick it through into the bobbles. Both through safely. Ongaro sticking right with them. Waiting for his moment to pounce by the looks of it. Over the doubles they go. Oh, man, Newman caught the barrier there. Let Kerup slip away just a little bit, but you'll see the pace of Newman come back into this really, really quickly. Kerup on the step up. Newman steps up nicely. Ongaro steps up with them. All 3 of them round the off-camber corner. Orlowski just trying to manage that gap back to Kerup. He does not want him catching him up now. So Orlowski is going to be pushing as hard as he can, but keeping it on its wheels. Orlowski's through, over the bridge. A little jump for Orlowski as he goes through. Then we have Kerup. Then we've got Newman. Then we've got Ongaro right behind the 3 of them. Steps up to the corner tabletop does Kerup. Orlowski seems like he's managing that gap pretty well. The next 3, no, they all have some serious pace around them. Oh my goodness! There you go, there's Newman gone. Newman's gone, he's gone into 4th. Ongaro's gone through for the 3rd spot. So Ongaro now free to chase down Kerup if he possibly can. So the 15-year-old now looking to catch Orlowski. Ongaro looking to catch Kerup if he possibly can, but they're all through the step-ups nice and safely. Round the off-camber corner they go. Orlowski, lovely line through the kickers there. Into the switchbacks. Follows Marcus Kerup. Into the doubles they go. Double-double. Double-double for both of them. Oh, Newman's over again. Ongaro's over, a bit further back from what you can see. It's all happening in front of me here, so let's drop back from these two onto the pack a little bit. You can see these guys. Look at the bunch there. You've got Ongaro. I'm not sure who that is in the middle of them there. Is that Van Helmond? It's not. It is. It may well be Van Helmond. Oh, okay. Okay, and with that, whilst we're looking at that, Orlowski's had a nightmare. Kerup's gone through to take the front of the pack for a minute. We'll stick with this pack at the back because Kerup's got a massive gap to Orlowski now. We've got about 45 seconds on the clock. And I don't think, unless Kerup makes another mistake, I don't think Orlowski's going to catch him at this point. However, the battle now is back here. Van Helmond's got over. Absolute nightmare. So, I've just had Kerup come past me in the window. Now we've got Newman there trying to defend against Quelo and Landon. Little bit further forwards, we've got Van Helmond, Ongaro. Absolutely crazy. So there you go. That's Ongaro through. Van Helmond just behind him. These two. This is for the final spot on the podium. Ongaro's over. Van Helmond goes through. And that is right there is Newman's come right back onto the back of Van Helmond. So can Newman do anything about this to scrape through and get the third and final spot on the podium? So it looks like Marcus Kerup's taking this one. Ongaro's Kerup in second. Who's going to come through for the third spot? It looks like Newman's got it. Looks like Newman had it on the line. He did. Oh, man. So we go to 3 legs of the A final.
Just took it nice and calmly, waited for the mistakes, and it happened. I don't know what to say with everything going on. It's a super hard track, but making it happen, it feels so good. Let's see if it can happen again in the next one.
So clean run, very, very important for everyone in the top 5, probably.
It is. You have no mistakes to make. It's a hard game out here, so yeah, we'll see in the next one.
Should we have a reminder who's on the grid?
Go on then.
So you're Newman, Poleman, and then we've got Michael Orlowski in the 2, Marcus Kerup in the 3, Davide Ongaro in the 4, Wesley Van Helmond in the 5, Burak Kilik in the 6, Clement Boda in the 7, Daniel Kobovic in 8, Alexander Landon in the 9, Bruno Coelho rounding this one out in the 10. And there we go, 10 seconds on the clock. And Newman poised and ready to strike. Here we go. Okay, clean over the first set of jumps for the first 4. Let's see how we go. So Newman over the bobbles clean. Instantly, that is where he's made the gap. Every single one of these finals going into those bobbles for the first time, the gap is created. And there it is. You see as he goes across the line, he's already got half a second on Orlowski at the moment. He's going to want to put the pace down and then manage the gap back to Orlowski to make sure Orlowski's got to push hard, but maybe hard enough to make a mistake himself. So Newman through, Orlowski through, Kerup through, Ongaro through. There we go, over the doubles cleanly. There's nothing between these guys. I think it's probably about a second between, maybe a couple of seconds between the top 4. Nothing in it really. We know each crash is going to be about 3 seconds of a delay by the time you get marshalled and back on your wheels again. But Newman and Orlowski breaking away from the other two. So the S-Works and the Schumacher cars out in front at the moment. It is Newman. Orlowski catches a nasty little bobble on the way out of that second double. Not too bad though. 0.5 of a second between them. I don't believe it's 0.5 of a second now because Orlowski is looking all over the back end of Newman. Wants to make he makes a move stick. He's gone through on the inside of the off-camber corner. Orlowski through. So through the switchbacks they go. Newman knows if Orlowski takes this one, he has got the win. So Orlowski over the tabletops. Plenty of pace in that car. Newman punches it straight after him. Oh, Newman's got caught up. Newman is over. Oh, where's he gone? Where's he gone? Oh, and that's it for Newman. He's out of this one. There's no way in 2 minutes and 50-something seconds he's going to catch Orlowski back up. It is now Orlowski way out in front from, I think that may even be Ongaro right behind him. So, Orlowski smells his first European two-wheel drive off-road title for the Euros. He's going to want to make this time as quick as he possibly can. So pushes it through the off-camber corner. Ongaro says, you're not going to get too far away, my friend. And will be pushing up as hard as he possibly can. But Orlowski knows he's got confidence in the Schumacher. He pushes it over the two sets of doubles. Ongaro really does a long one on the second set of doubles there to try and make up some time. He's right there. It's 1.7 seconds between first and second. Orlowski up the step up, flicks it round into the drop-off. Ongaro right behind him. I think that's Karup right up behind Ongaro as well. So nothing between the top three. One mistake could see things change dramatically at the front here. 150 left on the clock for these guys. So Orlowski over the bridge. Ongaro over the bridge as well. Orlowski flicks it round the first of the hairpins. Ongaro right with him. Takes 0.2 of a second out of his time. On the last lap round it was 1. So, Ongaro's gone over. Karup's gone through. So it's Karup now up to the youngster, the 15-year-old. Current four-wheel drive European champion to chase down Michael Orlowski and see if he can make a difference at the start of the pack. But Orlowski is there. He's going to keep it on its wheels. We know Orlowski is a truly rounded driver, knows how to drive these races from the front. He's pushing all the way through. He's gone over the first set of jumps. Orlowski into the step up. Karup not far behind him, but I think that gap is only going to get bigger for the time being. 3 seconds, 1 minute to find 3 seconds between Karup and Orlowski to make a difference to the front of this one. I do think Newman's going to be absolutely devastated by that crash. He's made it back up into 6th at the moment as Newman, but it is all about Michael Orlowski at the front of the pack of this one. The youngster from Poland, truly experienced young driver, pushing his way through. Oh, and he's called the cone of justice. That's let Karup come right up onto the back of him. So Orlowski, little bit of nerves coming through, little bit of excitement. He smells that cup coming his way. But Karup's right there, and Orlowski will be able to see that in his peripheral vision. This is going to be the final lap. So Orlowski through the doubles. Karup through the doubles. Onto the step-ups they go. I think that's Ongaro right behind them as well. Right behind Karup is Ongaro. It is going to be a race to the line. I think unless something absolutely bonkers happens to Michael, he's going to be taking this third leg. I'm not too sure where that leads us, but over the bridge he goes and across the line to take leg number 3. Michael Orlowski.
Once again, the European champion.
Yeah, it feels so amazing. Like everything we've gone through to get to this race, stolen cars and everything. So it feels amazing. It's unbelievable. Huge thanks to my dad for helping with everything. I couldn't have done anything without him. So, super happy.
Obviously, that means so much to him and to you. What's this about the stolen cars? Because I think this is the first I've heard about it.
We went here testing with the Swedish guys, Gregor Landin and Alexander Landin, who helped us find this up also, so thanks to them. But we went for lunch in Overvecht, and when we came back, everything was gone in our car, so yeah, and you can't build 2 cars the same, so yeah, super amazing to win.
Well, let's see how it goes in four-wheel drive for you. Once again, obviously, defending champion in that one, and good luck in four-wheel drive.
Thank you.
What a winner. What a champion, eh? For a 15-year-old, you can't expect much more, can you? So there you have it, your overalls. Marcus Karup takes it, 3 points in it. With 3 points, sorry. And then we've got Michael Orlowski, runner-up. And obviously Michael with his best time of 11 in a 5:07, even though they've both got the same scores. It's Orlowski that loses out because he's got a slightly slower time. Newman has to settle for a podium position. No win for him this year. And there's always next year. We know how racy he is in these cars. It has been a tremendous day. We have seen some awesome racing. The thrills and spills of the track really can't be shouted about enough for this sport. But it just remains for me to say a massive, massive congratulations to that young man there on his new two-wheel drive European title. This has been the EFRA 1/10th Buggy Euros, the two-wheel drive portion for 2023. We're RC Racing TV, and we'll see you for the four-wheel drive event soon. Thanks, everyone.